and we certainly agree with the judge's analysis regarding the flagpole as not being a dangerous weapon, he added. Mr. Jones is scheduled to be sentenced on November 8. The most serious charge, obstruction of an official proceeding, carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. So far, the most severe penalty in the federal investigation of the Capitol attack is the 18-year sentence imposed in May on Stuart Rhodes, the leader of the far-right Oath Keepers militia, for his role in helping to mobilize the riot. Federal prosecutors said Mr. Jones traveled to Washington from his home in Kentucky to take part in the Stop the Steal rally at the Ellipse on January 6, 2021, part of the effort by Donald J. Trump, then the president, to overturn the results of the presidential election that he lost. After Mr. Jones joined a crowd that stormed the Capitol building, he breached a restricted area and eventually ended up in the Speaker's lobby, a hallway and waiting area attached to the House chamber, prosecutors said. There he found himself at the front of a crowd that was trying to break through a set of antique wooden doors. Mr. Jones appears in many videos, wearing a red hooded jacket, thrusting a flagpole with a flag wrapped around it into the battered pane of the barricaded door. He struck the door 9 times as the surrounding mob shouted, "Break it down," prosecutors said. When a woman nearby, later identified as Mrs. Babbitt, tried to vault through a broken window, a Capitol Police lieutenant on the other side of the door shot and killed her. The encounter turned Mrs. Babbitt into a martyr-like figure among far-right activists and Trump supporters. Mr. Trump himself has called her a great patriot and the lieutenant who shot her a thug. After a 3-month investigation, the Justice Department determined that charges against the lieutenant were not warranted. The Justice Department has arrested more than 1,000 people as part of its investigation into the January 6 attacks. In June, a federal judge sentenced a rioter to more than 12 years in prison for assaulting a police officer, one